Hi guys, so 3 new things today. 1, new format to these videos. 2, a new toy to play with, and lastly a new reptile, so a bit of an unboxing at the end. So I'll run through them in that order, I guess. The new format to the video, I guess the previous approach I've taken limits me a bit, I guess, in the ability to produce regular content without feeling like I'm constantly repeating myself or showing you things that I've already done, basically. So it'll be a much more sort of generic day-to-day type approach to it all, and give me, I guess, the opportunity to also discuss what I'm thinking about, what I'm considering, what's on my mind, all related to the hobby, obviously. So that new format will start here, basically. So yeah, that's the new format. So the next part we'll roll with is the new toy, and this is it. It's a Midwest, so pretty nice double hook. So it's the 4-inch. It comes in a 2-inch. The 2-inch probably would have been better, but this is what we've got, and unfortunately down here in Australia, you don't get too picky with things like this because they're hard enough to get to you. Basically, they retail in the US, I think, for about $80, and here in Australia it ends up being $120 plus shipping. So by the time it gets out to remote me, you really notice it. But anyway, it should be good. I guess some of the rationale behind taking this approach is that, I mean, I've got a number of quite large bodied pythons, and just the amount of pressure that's put on a single point is obviously having an effect, and particularly with species like scrub pythons, who are already pretty on edge. Just that extra pressure and the discomfort and the stress associated with that discomfort could be exacerbating situations. So really this is an attempt to try and reduce some of that. From my initial looks at it and my sort of very early playing arounds with it, I really like it. Just like I said, it's just a bit wide, which makes it quite hard. I guess I quite often scoop from the side to get under things, and obviously when you've got 4 inches and the tips not on the base, it gets hard to get under. But anyway, that's the reality, and we'll learn it. So I mean, the reality is that, just watch the roof, that to get there you really need to be quite vertical, and with some things that's fine to get over the top of, other things it's a bit risky. So yeah, that's the new hook and the new format, I guess, covered, and now we'll finish off with a bit of unboxing. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and yeah, and the new format approach that we take. Thanks. Okay, so here we go with the unboxing. So as you can see, because of, if you've read, you can't read that, you can see why there's so much done up. So we'll be a bit cautious here. We'll try and access the box and then go from there. Bonus points, I guess, if you can name the species and then the locality where this form is found. Apologies for this. So this individual's only single bagged, so that'll make things interesting. So basically, once we take this lid off, we get cautious of being live very quickly. So cut it off.
some of the paperwork that goes with being a keeper in Australia. Just gonna grab some hemostats. Okay, hemostat, just a pair of forceps with the locking base, but just very valuable when it comes to not having contact with something. So yeah. There he is in there. So move that out of the way. Place him on the ground. Okay, so you can sort of see what I'm doing at least. It'd be nice to be standing up, but anyway. Okay. Now we go back this way. Zoom it out a bit. Lid. So this is just a quarantine box at the moment. Obviously, with collections, it's important to manage quarantine. So this is our little attempt. Anyway, I'll rant about it later, no doubt. Here we go. In the box. Team lock off, and now it gets really interesting. Last chances to get your guesses in about what on earth is going to pop out here. Make sure my schmeckle. Hear him hissing. So he's going to be cold. There he is. So there he is. So do you know what he is? Well, he's a Pseudechis australis, a king brown or an Australian mulga snake. And this is the Alice Springs form, which is that white with the black tipping, and a really sort of beautiful specimen. This is a 3 coming up to 4-year-old male. He's definitely not fully grown in any respect, but yeah, just a very, very beautiful little specimen. And we'll let him settle in and say hi a bit later. Obviously, being venomous, can't necessarily give you as much up close stuff as might otherwise with other species. But anyway, that's him. Hope you've enjoyed.